Hello everyone, today I'm going to share something very exciting with you, a ritual for attracting money. We're going to use a rune named Fehu. Fehu is the rune of success, money, and prosperity. I think that's one of the most famous runes in the Elder Futhark. I've experienced with this rune for 2 years, and I ended up having very fascinating nuances about using this rune. So I've tried many different ways of writing the rune and the numbers of the rune. So I'm gonna tell you how to write this rune, where to write this rune, and how it's working. So be very attentive. Do just the way I do it. So how to write this rune and where? Firstly, we're writing the rune on our left arm, like right here, because here it's very, you can attract just some attention. You don't need this, so just write it right here. So, and the most important thing, the way we do it. The first line is not very important. You can write it just the way you want. You can write it like this or like this, that doesn't matter. But the other two lines are very important. So look very attentively. We write them like that. Just like that. There is another way of writing the rune which is not working, but it's very popular. Let me show you. See, this line is too long, this one. And this way of writing the rune is not working. I've tried that many times. Don't just lose your time, it's not working. So, how to write it on your arm? Firstly, don't write them in a row. There are like many videos on YouTube where people are like, they tell just write 3 runes in a row and they are gonna work just like you're gonna be so rich and etc. No, it's not working. So just write the runes on random places of your arm. And how it's working. The way, like, let me tell you. For instance, you have a few sources of income. For instance, you are selling cars and you're working as a personal teacher of something. And today you are at your work of selling cars and you want to sell a car and you write a rune and nothing happens. But you have a message from a client who want to be your pupil, your student, right? And yes, the rune has worked, but not the way you wanted it to work. So no one knows why it's working like that. I don't know. I personally don't know why it's working like that. So for some reason today, this source is working better than that source of, selling cars. So, and that's how it also working. For instance, you've written 3 runes, 3 things or services you're gonna sell this day, but no one knows which ones. And I don't know how to do it, how to force these runes to work in particular ways. If you find the way, like, share it with us. We're going to be very interested in that. So, and I have to warn you, runes, magic is not a lottery. Don't use it every day. Don't play with the magic. Use this technique, this ritual only when you really need something, when you really don't have money, when you really are so bad at selling, something is going wrong and you really need to sell something today. You really need money, so you can use this technique. And use a pen for that, not a marker. because when you're writing with a pen, it's easy to get rid of that afterwards, because when rune has worked, you have to get rid of the rune. So it's better to use a pen, because 2 or 3 days and it's gonna be gone, like just for itself. So use a pen. What else? What else? I think I've said you everything I wanted. Yeah. So if you have some questions, I'll leave links down below. You can write me, you can text me, and ask questions. I'll be very happy to answer them. And see you later in the next videos.